Very good morning and welcome to Athavan News. Today, Monday, 22nd of February 2016. Newspaper highlights read by Edward Udedas, Devasagayam Pillai. Daily Mirror says, oil from Iran. Petroleum Minister to fly to Iran to initiate oil imports from Iran. The government was planning to revitalize its oil purchase directly from Iran in the context of the United States lifting its economic sanctions on the country. A minister told yesterday the government of Sri Lanka had to suspend its fuel imports from Iran after the US imposed economic sanctions a few years ago. However, the sanctions have now been lifted following the change of government in Iran. Prime Minister, service sector won't be affected. Sri Lanka would not open up service sector to India under the proposed economic and technological cooperation agreement, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe told journalists over the weekend. Speaking to media after concluding his inspection tour to the development project in Hambantota, Premier Wickremesinghe said Sri Lanka had already informed this stance to India and the latter had agreed to it. We have only decided to open ways for the inflow and outflow of goods between India and Sri Lanka, but had informed the Indian government that visas will be given to Indians as usual, he said. Harsha, no tech experts allowed. Sri Lankan professionals, especially in the information technology sector, would not be affected by the proposed economic and technological cooperation agreement, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Harsha De Silva said over the weekend. Deputy Minister De Silva said that the Indian IT professionals would not be given an opportunity to opening up their business in Sri Lanka under the agreement. He assured that Indian professionals would not become threats to local IT professionals under the agreement. Secondly, let's move to daily news. President returns after successful visits to Germany, Austria. President Maithripala Sirisena, who made two state visits to Germany and Austria, arrived in Sri Lanka on Sunday. During his visit to Germany, he met Federal Chancellor Angela Merkel and German President Joachim Gauck and had fruitful discussions to enhance cooperation between the two countries in various fields. He also held bilateral discussions with Foreign Minister Frank Walter and Economic Affairs Minister Gerd Muller. Sri Lanka signed several agreements with Germany, which will bring a large number of benefits to Sri Lanka. A business meeting attended by representatives of 250 leading companies in Germany was held with the participation of President Sirisena. He invited German entrepreneurs to invest in Sri Lanka, which is now coming forward in the competitive world economy. When Buddhist monks are taken into custody, Chief Sangha Nayakas should be informed, Patali. When Buddhist monks are taken into custody, there should be a mechanism to inform the Chief Sangha Nayakas of their Nayakas, Megapoli and Western Development Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka said yesterday. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. GSP Plus application before June. Government confident of EU lifting fisheries ban soon. The government will be filing a fresh application for the reinstatement of the General System of Preference Plus (GSP Plus) to the European Union before June 2016. We will be filing the fresh application between March and June, and we are very confident that it would be reinstated by January 2017, State Minister for International Trade Sujiva Senasinghe told Ceylon today. Senior legal expert Dr. J. Vikramaratne says Sri Lanka needs an all-supreme constitution. Courts need right to review or strike down a law. Sri Lanka needs a constitution which is supreme in all respects and laws must be subjected to judicial review and after enactment. Party leaders to meet tomorrow to reschedule business of parliament. A meeting of leaders of political parties representing Parliament will be held tomorrow to change the scheduled business of Parliament. Although the House was to take up an adjournment motion tomorrow by Opposition Leader R. Sampanthan regarding those who have disappeared and are detained, that will not be debated. With that, we come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.